When it change state, go from here. So you can go from solid, go to liquid, go to gas, or gas back down to liquid and solid. All right. So the process from solid to liquid we call melting. I'm sure you guys know that. Liquid to gas, what do we call it? Start with V. Vaporizing. Good. Vaporizing. Vapor. Okay. Become vapor. From I just said gas back down to liquid we call condensation. Okay. And liquid back to solid, what do we call it? Freezing. Freezing the ice. Okay. Get the ice cube. You can convert solid all the way to gas directly. All right, so this process we call sublime sublimation. It's not as common. And from gas back down to solid. Oh, hold on. So the sublimation is not as common. So if you want to see this, you have to go up high the mountain. Then you will see the snow become water vapor right away. Okay, because sublimation, but not as common. The more common example of sublimation is dry ice, right there. You guys know that. All right, next one. So gas back down to solid right away. This process is even less common. We call deposition. But I'm sure you have seen this in the winter. If you go, like you have like your place where you live have snow. In the cold day in the winter, you probably have seen snow deposit on leaves and or flowers. So that's deposition. Okay. All right. Now all this state have energy involved, right? If you remember, the lowest energy state is solid, and the highest energy state is liquid. Not liquid, no, gas, right? So it goes like that. If you want to move from state to state, there's always energy involved. For example, melting. If you want to melt an ice, you have to add energy to the ice, or the ice absorb energy. So this process is endothermic process. Okay, vaporizing. So you have to boil water to make a vapor water, right? So this process, you have to add heat into it. So, or in other words, the liquid water have to absorb energy. So in this process, it's endothermic as well. Now, coming down from gas back down to liquid, right? Condensation. So it has to release energy, high energy state to lower energy state. So release energy, exothermic process, right? Oh, I forgot. So sublime. Solid all the way to liquid, not liquid, so solid all the way to gas. So we have add large amount of energy. This process is endothermic. Okay. All right. Condensation, exothermic. Freezing. If you want to freeze an ice, make an ice cube from the water, so they have to release energy. Okay. So put it in the freezer and release energy. So right there. Okay. I forgot to explain this one more time. So go back right here. So condensation right here. You probably are familiar with, if you have a glass of ice or ice water really cold. Okay. You will see the droplet of water around the glass, right? And this happened because of this process, condensation right here. Because think about this. In the air contains water is floating around since it's a gas vapor, right? And it has high energy. Once it hit or this cold, once we can feel cold, so it loses energy. When it loses energy, so the vapor water become liquid, and becoming liquid right here on the side of the container, of the ice cold container. Okay, that's you see quite a lot of condensation on it. All right, so freezing down here, so release energy as well. Deposition, high energy state to low energy state. So this is exothermic process. Okay. All right, now if you speaking of interaction from solid to liquid, so start solid right here. They are meditating. They are close to each other. They're sitting still. If you want to move this, convert solid to liquid, they start moving around. All right. So you have to break the interaction in here. That's why this process is endothermic. So you have to add energy into it to break all this interaction. So it will start walking, start moving. Okay. Same thing with the the temperature at which water or ice water or any solid become liquid, we call melting point. Or if you come back down, we call freezing point. Now, next one, we have liquid go to gas. All right, so and you remember gas, the free flow. running around random. They have no interaction. In liquid form, they still have some interaction. If you want to convert liquid to gas, you have to break interaction in here. So that's why you have to add energy into it and become gas, right? And the temperature at which liquid matter become gas, we call boiling point. Okay. All right. Now concept test real quick. So let's start right here on the left side. What's physical state do you think it is? Should be liquid. Okay. If it's not gas, you will see gas later. And on the right, you probably should be able to say that's a solid. Okay. What change of the process is called here liquid to solid? Melting. No, freezing. No. I don't know what happened to me today. Okay, so freezing, right? So liquid water to ice water, so we have to freeze it. And adding or release energy in this process. Well, think about this: liquid, higher energy level; solid, lower energy level, high to low. This process release energy, exothermic process. Okay. We'll get on the left side. So this totally solid. On the right side, looks like they're flying around. So this is gas, solid to gas. What do we call this process? Sublime sublimation. Okay, and a low energy state to a higher energy state. Totally, you have to add energy to this process, and this process will absorb energy. So, endothermic process. All right, one more on the left side, probably gas right here. Right, and on the right side, this is should be solid. Okay, not liquid. Gas to solid. What is it? Deposition. Yep, that's deposition. And adding release energy, high energy level to low energy level, release energy. Okay, exothermic process. All right, go back to our fun segment of this podcast. We have auto correction. Let's see if it helps you or doesn't really help. Okay, let's take a look what we got here. How was your weekend? Good. Went to a farm, did some yard work, had a donut, effed some goats. Fed, not effed. Well, doesn't really help in here. Next one. What are you up to? Babysitting. Woo! Sitting on the couch, watching a movie, doing homework, eating their food, or while getting laid. What? Ha ha ha, I mean paid. Oh my God, this one hurts. Okay. Class activity number 3. All right, question 1, 2. I'll give you the key right here. And question 3. All right. And that's it. Chapter 1. Okay, we're done now. So it shouldn't be that heavy for you, I think. I hope so. Let's see you again in chapter 2. Bye now.